Because believe me, you're going to be pretty upset when you show up and she sounds like Mike Tyson, all right? So being able to hear her voice ahead of time, you know, you'll be able to screen that out. Hey, what's up guys? Dale Valor here for Modern Valor Dating. Today, we're gonna be talking about a topic that I see come up so much in groups and get asked questions about it all the time. And what that is phone game. All right, you know, so get your phones out, take a few notes, you know, and start applying these skills that you're about to learn because it can make a world of difference in your game. All right, I got the top 5 tips on doing phone game. We're gonna hop into it right now. Let's go. Tip number 1, do not blow her up. All right, that is the most common thing that I see guys do and I see women complain about and things like that, is guys being super clingy, super needy, and just, you know, sending them a text. Then 10 minutes later, how come you haven't texted me yet? And then 10 minutes later, you know, 3 question marks. Then 10 minutes later, like, fuck you, bitch. You know, like it's just such a bad look to blow her up and to constantly look like you have nothing better to do. And if you don't have something better to do, let me tell you something. That should be an indicator to you right now that you need to have things better to do. It means your life is empty and void of purpose. If you have all the time in the world to just kick it, you know, oh, I'm sitting here bored, I'll text this girl. If you're sitting there bored and you feel the need to have to text this girl, that is all the sign you need to tell you, start doing something. Start doing something for you. Start doing something on your purpose. Stop looking to try to get a hold of this girl to fill some kind of empty space that you have going on in your life. Fill that with your purpose, your mission, your path. This is something I see that's so common, all right? So whatever you do, do not blow her up. All right, we're gonna hop into number 2. Let's get it. Hey, listen guys, just wanted to take a quick time out just to remind you, if you're getting value out of this channel, I know that you are, make sure you hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and please drop us a comment on any kind of video topic that you would like us to cover, or your thoughts on this video or any other, you know, so we're gonna hop right back into it. Number 2, do not be text buddies. This is the biggest trap I think I see guys fall into, where they're basically just having a big, long conversation that doesn't go anywhere. It never ends. The guy doesn't lead it anywhere. And it's just like these big chapter-long text messages going back and forth every now and again. And it just never really develops. It never really goes anywhere. Listen, with the phone, for text game, things like that, look, I believe that you really don't want to go more than 6 text messages without having something established, without it going somewhere. 8 at the very most, okay? And optimally 4 or 5, you know, but you don't want to fall in this trap of like, you know, you haven't even met the girl and you're waking up in the morning, hey, beautiful. Oh, by the way, I never asked you, do you like guacamole? You know, like, that's just dumb. You know, don't do that kind of stuff, because if you do, it shows you have nothing going on. B, you have no other women in your life. And 3, did I do A, B, and 3? I think I did. I reserve the right to do that though. All right. 3, you're coming across as super clingy, needy, and that you have 0 leadership potential because you're not leading this interaction anywhere. All right, we're gonna hop into the next tip. Let's get it. Number 3, call her. All right, and this is why, you know, guys just don't call girls anymore. It makes you stand out. It makes it, you know, you're showing that you take initiative, that you got balls. All right. Lastly, you're able to actually display your personality, show who you are. See, when you're just texting and texting alone, you're only communicating in one way possible. You're basically just characters on a screen. You're not a real person. You're just numbers and letters and emojis. That's really all you are. All right. But if you call and talk to her, she can hear the tone of your voice, what you sound like. It just shows more of your personality. So many things get misconstrued through text message. I'm sure it's happened to you. It's happened to me, where you each think you're talking about a different thing completely. And so you make a joke about what you think you're talking about. She takes it the wrong way, and you get ghosted or something like that. Or she tries to call you out, and you're like, I don't even know what we're talking about right now. So those types of things will not happen if you get her on the phone for a conversation. Okay, now I'm not saying, you have to have these big 2-hour long convos, but just even 10, 15 minutes will make all the difference in the world. Also, you're able to see what her personality is really like, what she sounds like, because believe me, you're going to be pretty upset when you show up and she sounds like Mike Tyson, all right? So being able to hear her voice ahead of time, you'll be able to screen that out, unless you got a thing for Mike Tyson. If you do, kudos, I guess. But that's the thing. You want to get her on the phone for an actual conversation. All right, we're gonna hop into the next tip. Let's go. Number 4, ping her. And what I mean by that is, okay, earlier we were talking about the conversation needs to be going somewhere. All right, and so say you're texting a little bit, you got her number wherever you got it, whether it was via Tinder or something, or cold approach, or wherever you got her number, right? So you're texting a little bit back and forth, then you actually have a conversation. We'll say it's Tuesday, all right? Now you set something up for Saturday night. You're gonna be hanging out with her. There's a lot of days in between, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you got 3 days in between. So in that time, rather than just, not having any communication whatsoever, what I like to do is, send her a funny meme about maybe an inside joke that you had going, but don't follow it up with another conversation, So I'll send that out. Like, saw this today, thought it was hilarious, and just shoot that to her. And that makes it, in her mind, it makes her think, okay, he's thinking about me. It's that he didn't just forget about me or something like that. Now, if she reaches out to you and starts to want to have big, long conversation, cut it short, okay? Don't fall back into that trap of being a text buddy, man. All you're doing, there's nothing to gain, all right? And everything to lose. Because if you say the wrong thing, she might reconsider hanging out with you or something like that. So just keep it short, sweet. Send those little ping messages here and there, and not all day long either, by the way. So if like I said, you talk to her on Tuesday, you're hanging out on Saturday, I might do that 2 times between then and Saturday, So, all right, guys, we're gonna hop into the last tip. Let's go. Number 5, don't be so gamey, all right? You see so many Facebook groups and questions on Reddit and just here, there, and everywhere about phone game, text game, online game, all that stuff. Don't be so gamey where it reads straight out of a pickup manual, If you keep it short and lead the conversation, things like that, that's really all you need to do. Okay? You don't have to have like all these clever lines and like all this cleverness to it. Okay? Really, all you need to do, bottom line, is lead the conversation, all right? And show a little bit of interest and set a date, talk to her on the phone, and then a couple of pings. That's pretty much it. Then, here's the deal. I get asked a lot of times, should you ever have text conversations? Well, Yeah, I think so. But that's once you have something established, you've at least seen this girl a couple of times or something like that. Then, okay, fine. Because you know that there's going to be less that can be misconstrued, things like that. It's not that big of a deal then because she already knows you. She knows your personality. She's been with you. Maybe she even saw your penis, So, hey, at that point, fine. If you want to have text conversations, just don't ever do it to the point to where it looks like you don't have a life and you have all the time in the world to sit up and just have, text after text after text. But yeah, if you want to have text conversations after that, sure, I'm all for it, So listen, guys, we have a video that ties into all these concepts, all right, with phone game, and it's online game. All right, we're going to link it here. All right. Now, listen, a lot of you guys get numbers from Tinder and Bumble and Hinge and all these different dating apps. All right. That video is going to show you how to maximize those apps, to use them successfully, to use them to get these numbers, to now you can start using some of these concepts, locking some things down. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.